We've got the start of this one coming your way in moments from Progressive Field. White Sox and Indians. Next. First open for business in 1994. There's a look at Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Lots of number 42s on the field as we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day with a good matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you for this AL Central Division matchup. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's focus first on the two starters that get the ball here this afternoon.
Yeah, and you've got a couple of guys here that aren't afraid to challenge you at the plate. They're not afraid to let you put the ball in play and let their fielders make the plays behind them. That should make for a pretty good matchup.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's take a look here at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago White Sox, as Robin Ventura has them lined up this way. They'll go to work against the third overall pick in the 2011 draft class, the hard-throwing right-hander Trevor Bauer. Defensively, the Indians will line up this way. Adam Eaton will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Leading off the afternoon for the White Sox, center fielder, Adam Eaton.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Eric, you take a look at the home side here as they take the field here this afternoon. They did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
And in terms of the homestand, they've won 2 and lost 2. So not much to say about that except you hate to give away games at home. I'd like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
Wow, showing some sweet athleticism right there, getting off the mound. This is not an easy play, but he gets to it quickly, and then he makes a good, strong throw for the out.
Here's Melky Cabrera. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. The batting average clearly not where he wants it to be. Still without a home run and with just the lone RBI. The 1-0 pitch. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
1-1 pitch coming now to Cabrera. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Two-two pitch on the way. Now Cabrera swings and misses on a good pitch that time as he's rung up for out number 2.
How nice would it be to come out and set the tone for this ball game right away? You take the front part of the order and get him out 1, 2, 3. He's looking for that number 3 hitter right now.
Jose Abreu will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night. Now here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike 1. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Now the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Stepping in now, Adam LaRoche, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He'll enter play down at an even 240 for the year. 1 home run and 5 driven in. He's set, now the pitch. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. Murphy under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. White Sox leave 1. White Sox nothing. Indians coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Now we'll look at the starting lineup for the Indians here. They'll match up against the veteran southpaw whose numbers you see on your screen, John Danks. Behind him, the White Sox defensively will line up like this. Standing in is the leadoff man, Michael Bourne, as he'll get things started in the home half of the first.
Center fielder, Michael Bourne.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Eric, you take a look at these guys as they take the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, and they dropped the opener of the series and of the road trip last time out. I thought they came out a little flat, but still plenty of time to turn that around, though.
Now the pitch. Oh, not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first as the Tribe move out in front 1-0.
You know what? I think he had a real shot at this one in right field. Let's check it out. This doesn't make it over by much, and I think he may have mistimed his jump just a little bit, and it winds up sneaking over the wall for a homer.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And now he drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw to first is going to beat him, though, as they're able to thwart the bunt attempt.
That's not a bad idea right there. I think he's maybe hoping that you've got a guy whose mind is elsewhere out there on the mound, but it doesn't quite work out for him this time.
Michael Brantley will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. First pitch coming. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. There to play it is Garcia, and that becomes out number 2.
It's worth noting that he's leaving the ball up here to these first few hitters. He's already bitten him once. He's lucky it didn't bite him here.
Brandon Moss will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch on the way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Here comes the pitch to Moss. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ready now on 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
He's come back strong since giving up the leadoff home run. Doesn't look like it's phased him at all.
Full count pitch on its way. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he couldn't get on top of it as this has popped up behind shortstop. And Alexi will put this one away to retire the side. Indians are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 1-0 Cleveland. Avisail Garcia will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start an at-bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
The next pitch. Now it's 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
2-0 on the way. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Ready with the 2-1. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And with one away, today, of course, Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. We had a nice ceremony before the game in honor of number 42, as his legacy lives on to this day. Alexi Ramirez will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there, just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Now here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1. One out, nobody on. The pitch. And that misses 1-1.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
One on the way. And here's a swing and another chance out there at short. Up with it is Aviles. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Connor Gillespie will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Here's the first offering. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. 3-2, here it is. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
Micah Johnson will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Here's the first offering. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Pause, now the pitch. And this is looked at for a ball. It's 1-1 now to the White Sox second baseman.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A man left for the White Sox. They're down 1-0. Carlos Santana will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
First pitch coming. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
He's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And the pitch. And they're going to have a leadoff base runner here as the fastball's lined into left, a base hit. So with the leadoff man reaching base here, let's take a moment to check out this date in baseball history. Yan Gomes will dig in now, and as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign. First pitch to him. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. One there. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Well, that's the absolute definition of a pitcher's pitch right here, especially in a double play situation. I mean, not only is this pitch down, I don't even think it's in the strike zone, and that's an easy double play.
Here's David Murphy now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0 to Murphy. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. This is past the mound and into center field for a base hit.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. So maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And standing in is the shortstop, Mike Aviles. First offering on the way. Too low, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Here comes the 1-0. Grounded fouled off to the right side. The 1-1. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line.
Yeah, I think this was a changeup that just hung a little bit too much in the strike zone. Let's take another look at it here. Normally, you want this thing to sort of run out of steam and dip on its way out of the zone. But he starts this one up a little bit too high. And to be honest, he's pretty lucky that this one stayed in the ballpark.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. He waits. Now the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
A 2-1 offering. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here he comes on 2-2. Chopper foul. Ready with another 2-2. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
And he really needs to find a pitch to finish this guy off right here. You can't afford to walk this guy and let this rally get any more steam behind it than it already has.
Here's the full count offering. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Indians strand a couple. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Tyler Flowers will step in here to start their half of the third with the top of the order to follow.
Tyler Flowers.
First pitch coming. Now a ball hit high in the air and deep down the line in left. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Now here it comes. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Just overmatched him there.
Pitch on the way. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Here comes a 1-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there. And that means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
In now is Adam Eaton. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-0 home. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the 1-1. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Melky Cabrera.
Melky Cabrera will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, no balls and a strike.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Now here's the pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. The speedy Michael Bourne will start things out when we come back. It's the Indians 1 and the White Sox nothing. And there, in fact, is the speedy Mr. Bourne. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. And this is pulled in out there by Cabrera for the first out.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1 pitch out.
1 away now, and here's the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Now the first pitch. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And that one is out of here. Planted into the right field bleacher. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis. And with it, the Indians have taken a 2-0 lead.
That's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 and 1/3 innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Here's Michael Brantley. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. One out, nobody on. Now the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Taken there by Ramirez. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now, you know, even though he's given up 2 home runs, he's only down 2-0. I mean, these guys can get that back in no time. Even though he probably doesn't feel too good about things, he's still very much in this ballgame.
Brandon Moss will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 on the way. Swing and a rocket to third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. 1 for the Indians on the home run by Kipnis. We're through 3 here by the lake. It's now 2-0 Indians. Jose Abreu will stand in now, the American League's Silver Slugger Award winner at first base a season ago. Now here's the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. The pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Now the 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Yeah, I don't think that pitch wound up where he wanted it to, but it did the trick.
Here comes the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he is going to have extra bases to start the 4th. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
And after going hitless in last night's ball game, he's turned things around here. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game, and he's in at second base with a well-hit double.
Adam LaRoche will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. And here's the first pitch. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to 3rd, and yes, sir, it's strike 1. He's set. Now the pitch. Fouled back. Comes set. Now the pitch. Got him.
Down in the count 0-2, you have to figure something like this is coming. He came with 2 straight fastballs to start the at-bat, and then they finish him off here with that big old bender.
So here is Avisail Garcia as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Here comes the 1-1. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit well out toward left field. Brantley is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
And now, looking back on this inning, the failure to get the guy to 3rd in the previous at-bat probably cost him a run there. You know, sometimes these seem like little mistakes at the time, but now he's still at 2nd with 2 away.
Alexi Ramirez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch on the way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. From the stretch. Ball 3.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Here he comes, 3-1. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We're back to Progressive Field in just a moment. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland. Now here's the first pitch. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. And the throw by Ramirez is in time, and there's 1 away. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And you can see both guys bringing it pretty good in this one. 95 on one hand, 92 on the other. Yan Gomes will dig in now. The American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. First pitch coming. And the second pitch of the inning is hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now that one. Right fielder, David Murphy.
David Murphy will dig in. He singled his first time around. Here's the first offering. Grounded foul.
Out.
2 out, nobody on. Now here's the pitch. Now a swing, and oh boy, ground balls have ruled the inning. A 3rd straight right here. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Connor Gillespie will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
White Sox, 3rd baseman, Connor Gillespie.
First pitch coming. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. And he pops him up back behind second base. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making solid contact right now.
Micah Johnson will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. First pitch to him. Ball 1.
1-0.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Now the 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Now the 2-0 home. Grounded fouled off to the right side. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is headed toward the hole and through the hole. A 1-out single.
Yeah, this might have caught a little too much of the inside part of the plate. I think he wants us in a little tighter, but didn't get it in all the way, and it winds up costing him.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Comes set, now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Kipnis on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. They trail things here 2-0. Mike Aviles will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Shortstop, Mike Aviles.
First offering on the way. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. As well they should.
2-0 count, the pitch. High and away, not close. 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
Now the 3-0 offering. A strike, and it's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And that misses, ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Lonnie Chisenhall will get another shot. Called out on strikes his first time around. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Here's the first offering. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. He's ready now. The pitch. Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1. Nobody out. Runner on first. He's ready. Now the pitch. Runner goes for second. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Now the 1-2. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Ramirez for 1. Back to first, and Chisenhall is retired as well. It's a double play.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Michael Bourne at the plate now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 home to Bourne. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Here's the 1-2. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Indians there, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Adam Eaton will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. Now a ball lined towards center field, and Aviles will not be able to track it down. It's a base hit. And with that, he'll stretch that hit streak as he's now hit in 8 straight games. Melky Cabrera will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Here's the first pitch to him. On the move is Eaton. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now.
Well, this won't get the runner to third, but he does at least make contact here, and it's enough to allow him to reach first safely. So I think he'll go ahead and take that, no question.
Jose Abreu will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Now the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
The 1-0. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. A big pitch here, 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Here comes a 2-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 2-2 coming. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
In now, Adam LaRoche. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
And right about now, you got to know as a hitter that you're going to see a heavy dose of that splitter. That's a good take up there to get ahead.
The 1-0 pitch now. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Here comes the 3-0. That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Here he comes on 3-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full 3-2.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
First and second now, 1 man out. The 3-2 pitch. And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. One is there, 2 gone.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Avisail Garcia come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Now the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Ready now on 1-1. And this will be fouled away. 2 men are on with 2 men out. He's set, now the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Jason Kipnis will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Now here's the first pitch. And Danks will get ahead with the fastball for strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Now a pitch skied out to center field for Adam Eaton. 1 gone.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Michael Brantley will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. And here's the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Now the 0-1 is swung on and grounded the other way to 3rd. In time to 1st, and there are 2 away.
And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Standing in now, Brandon Moss. As he'll take a look at ball one. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. It'll be Alexi Ramirez's turn when we come back. It's the Indians 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in Cleveland, 7th inning coming up with the Indians on top. But before we get any further, let's check out our game summary for the first 6 innings. Alexi Ramirez will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
First pitch coming. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Here's the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The next 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
The 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
And if you're a fan of pitching, this has been the game for you. I mean, these 2 guys have both been exceptional so far. Just 2 runs allowed between both of them. Of course, makes the broadcasters awfully happy because this game has flown by.
Here's Connor Gillespie. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Micah Johnson will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now here's the first pitch. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Working quickly now as the splitter's in there, 0-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Zach Duke will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Zach Duke.
Carlos Santana will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Carlos Santana.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Santana waiting on a 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
One, two. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. Therefore, it is Garcia, and he's got it for the first out.
And the fact that they're playing no doubles defense might have helped him out right here. This is a much tougher play if he's at his regular depth, but he ranges back to put this one away.
Yan Gomes will step in, a ground out victim as last time. First pitch on the way. Low for ball 1. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. 1-0 on the way. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Here comes the 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Taken there by Ramirez. Crow will take care of him at first. Good start to the inning for Duke, and that's out number 2. David Murphy will stride in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch coming. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. 2 out, nobody on. One on the way. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The 2-2 one more time. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground at first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Into the box, Mike Aviles. And a check swing looked like he went around. Yes, indeed, says the first base umpire. Strike 1. He's set. Now the pitch. Fouled straight back. A runner on first with 2 away. He waits. Now the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
There's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Indians leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Tyler Flowers will stand in looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's the first offering. Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Huh. He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
And the pitch. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the 8th. He's a pitch away from 100. Here's the payoff pitch. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout attack. You get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Adam Eaton will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch to him. Fastball that gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
Yeah, he probably won't have too big a dip in velocity the rest of the way. But the later this game goes, the more important it'll be to watch where his location is. That's probably the bigger concern.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
One pitch on the way. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Pitch on the way. And he misses again. Ball 3. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
3-1 on the way. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
Melky Cabrera will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
First pitch coming. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball. Pause, now the pitch. This is bounced sharply and right through the opening on the right side. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make the change here. That's going to be all for Trevor Bauer. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the two runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Scott Atchison will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are two on with only one away.
Scott Atchison.
Jose Abreu will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
You think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Here's the first offering. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Comes set, now the pitch. Oh, good spot on the black for strike two.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
From the stretch. Ball and two strikes now to the 2014 All-Star.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Now the veteran deals on 1-2. And this is hit hard on the ground at first. And on the error, a run is going to score.
First and second, you see the first baseman playing behind the runner. Now, if he's holding him, this might be a double play. Instead, it's by him down the line, and it's going to bring home a run.
Adam LaRoche will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first three plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
First offering on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
Here's the 1-0. Now a swing and a ground ball. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Emilio Bonifacio will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 42, Emilio Bonifacio.
Avisail Garcia will want to at least get one airborne so he can avoid the inning-ending double play. Here's the first pitch to him. And now everybody's running. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze.
Every time you think you've seen almost everything in this game, how about a suicide squeeze to tie it up late? That's a ton of pressure to put on a guy at the plate, but he rewards his manager's faith by getting that ball down.
Alexi Ramirez will dig in. Took a cold third strike his last time. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. First pitch coming. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
He's ready now. The pitch. That's wide, 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Second and third, 2 away. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Is on the way. Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike one.
Not often you'll see a 3-0 slider, but when you need a strike, any pitch will do.
The 3-1 is on the way. That misses for ball 4. Down to first goes Ramirez.
Tough take there on 3-1. I mean, if this pitch missed the inside corner, it did not miss by much. But he's going to reach base anyway.
Connor Gillespie will stand in. The 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Now the first pitch. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike one.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike one.
Comes set, now the pitch. And a pitch down that's swung on and sent to second base. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are tied 2-2. Dan Jennings will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Dan Jennings.
Lonnie Chisenhall will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Third baseman, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a ball hit in the air out toward Cabrera in left. 1 pitch, 1 away. A couple of pretty good performances turned in on the mound so far, as evidenced by the numbers there as we show you the starter comparison in this 2-2 ball game. Michael Bourne will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one. Now here's the first pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up.
Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you got to be ready to try and turn on something.
Now the 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Now the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Jason Kipnis will dig in. He homered back in inning number 3. Now the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
And now a pitch on the way. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2.
Yeah, not a bad idea. He waited a pitch there before showing bunt. So sometimes that might back that third baseman up a step or two if he sees you're not bunting at the first pitch.
Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now here it comes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Here's the 2-2 home. Now this is back up the middle, and the go-ahead run's going to reach here with 2 away. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2, tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it, and he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Michael Brantley will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. And here's the first pitch. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
The next pitch. He's running towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, I think we all know this guy is the whole package out there. He's homered earlier in the ballgame. Now he shows off those wheels by taking second here on the stolen base.
The 1-1. Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kipnis will take the turn and head for home. And the go-ahead runs in to score as they break the tie. It's 3-2.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Zach Putnam will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
White Sox, number 42, Zach Putnam.
Brandon Moss will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Here comes the pitch to Moss. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Sliced down the left side, but foul. Here he comes on 2-1. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
And you know, there are times in a game when you just have to challenge somebody. And like it or not, I think this is one of those times.
Now the 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Carlos Santana will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. First pitch on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
One 0 on the way. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
A 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. Around third and being waved on home. And they'll add another run to their lead as the run scores from second to make it 4-2 now. Yan Gomes. We'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home here in the inning so far. Now here's the first pitch. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
From the belt, the pitch. Still taking here as he looks at the slider this time, and he's in a big hole now, down 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
He's ready. Now the pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
It looked like a 2-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Here comes a 1-2. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 9th inning coming up. The Indians on top, 4-2. Cody Allen is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 42, Cody.
Micah Johnson will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Action going on now in the Indians bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. And a bunt attempt here to kick off the 9th. Strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Here's the pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Now a ball sliced hard on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. He'll try again, 1-2. Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
When you're down by 2 in the ninth, there's that old expression about needing a bloop and a blast. Well, that was hardly a bloop. That ball was stung pretty good. But it is going to get the tying run to the plate. There's new life in that dugout.
J.B. Shuck will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
J.B. Shuck.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing and I'm just watching this game.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. The 1-0 home. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here's the 1-1. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. The 2-1 home. Fouled back. Two. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Chisenhall calls for it and takes it for the first out.
Yeah, an important first out there. Now, he's not out of the woods yet, especially since the tying run will still be at the plate. But now if he can get a ground ball, he could end this thing right here.
Adam Eaton will dig in. He walked and later scored last time. Here's the first offering. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
The 1-0. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Here comes the 1-2. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Runners on first with one down. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Here it comes. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. And that one zips on through as he was in position, but he couldn't knock it down. And he is in there.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
So we've got runners at the corners here, one away, and striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. First pitch coming. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Has a look, now the pitch. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
Ready on 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Here he comes on 2-2. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. He's earned the right to live out there with the fastballs as that's out number 2.
Oh, that strike zone has opened up a little bit here in the late going. That's a tough pill to swallow in a spot like this, but nothing you can do about it now.
Jose Abreu is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch coming. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
He'll try another curveball here, but this misses the target away. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Here comes the 1-1. Fouled back. And this crowd wasn't all that big, but they've stuck around to the final out. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's a nice win here for these guys. And now I think, EK, you better hurry up and get to a computer so you can get your taxes in by midnight.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, runs at something of a premium here in this matchup, so it doesn't make it quite as hard to find our top player of the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
So that's a wrap here this afternoon. For EK, Psycho, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 4-2. So long from Cleveland.